Hello, Unbrick Me here with a look at 3 reasons why Powered Up is better than power functions. First, I want to stress that I still prefer power functions. However, both systems have their unique advantages, and today I'm looking at the advantages of the Powered Up system. Without any further ado, let's begin. Here we have the internal rotation sensors. This allows for any of the following motors to serve as driving motors or servo motors for steering. A better form factor than the power function servo motor makes it easier to build mechanisms. The rotation sensor goes far beyond just steering though. In the power functions era, when controlling any model with linear actuators, it was extremely common to accidentally crack the linear actuators since you never knew where the stopping point was. Don't worry, this actually just triggers the internal clutch safety mechanism, so you're not breaking anything. Over time though, the clutch would wear out, causing the actuator to become weaker over time. With rotation sensors comes the ability to calibrate all of your models. That way, the motors automatically stop whenever the end point is reached. Therefore, the internal clutch pretty much never even activates, so the linear actuators will last much longer. Furthermore, the rotation sensors allow for far more complex movement. The arm of the lever excavator has overlapping joints. Without the precise movements, it is very difficult to control the arm. In the app, moving one joystick will often activate multiple motors at a time. Your app precisely knows how to move the arm, all thanks to the rotation sensors. It also allows for a much easier implementation of remotely controlled gearboxes. Previously, you had to rely on stepper mechanisms, but they could get out of sync and they had their own problems. Thanks to the new motors, you can now make precise 90-degree rotations for either changing speeds or switching functions. With the new motors, we have already received 3 sets that involve remotely controlled driving rings: the valve-articulated hauler, the Zetros, and the Cat D11 bulldozer. Hopefully, we will get more Technic sets with motorized gearboxes in the near future. The next advantage of the Powered Up system involves programmability. In the Powered Up app, you can use blocks to program any of your own creations as if they were controlled robots. Many sets share this feature. For example, the transformation vehicle uses its gyro sensor to automatically flip the controls around so that you can still comfortably use it. The Cat D11 bulldozer moves its shifting mechanism in a very precise manner in order to avoid jamming. And it works! The gearbox has practically never jammed for me. In other words, each slider is not necessarily directly connected to motor power. Rather, each slider executes some part of the code. In remotely controlled segways, the controller actually changes some variables, instead of it actually controlling the motors. This allows for much more advanced Technic sets to become a reality. Furthermore, you can actually program the Technic hubs with Python. Mindstorms legend Lawrence Valk, along with David Lechner, founded Pybricks, which allows you to store one Python program. Pybricks has made the 4x4 Extreme Off-Roader balance on only 2 wheels like a Segway. That is the most insane accomplishment I have ever seen in LEGO Technic. Finally, we have Mindstorms Compatibility. In my opinion, this is the single greatest advantage of the Powered Up system. While it was possible to use power functions in LEGO Mindstorms, doing so was impractical since none of the motors had rotation sensors. Thanks to the Mindstorms Compatibility, we can now easily just replace the Technic hub with the Mindstorms one and start making much more advanced programs for your existing Technic sets. This has brought Mindstorms and Technic closer than ever before, and if you would like to learn more about Powered Up, then click on one of these videos right over here. This is your Unbreak Me here, and I'll see you in the next one.